I'm Kathy Hopkins with Red Carpet Report, and we're here at Sony Studios for the second annual Save a Child's Heart Gala.
So this is the second year for Save a Child's Heart, and Band from TV's been involved both years so far. Did you reach out to them? Did they reach out to you?
David Shore has been a friend of Band from TV's forever. We played the house rap party one year because Hugh Laurie was in the band. Jesse Spencer, who's now on Chicago Fire and has been for years. And the Shores have been friends of our family forever. So this charity, and by the way, it's growing. Remember, it was smaller last year. I know it's getting bigger. So am I, actually. But
your career as well. You've got
my career's getting bigger.
Your friend made a little movie that's coming out later this year.
Exactly, little Star Wars. No, but it's great to be able to balance the two and use that to support charities like this. I mean, this is such a great charity. At the end of the night, Howie Mandel will say, we raised, let's say, $350,000. Every $10,000 saves a child's life. That's open heart surgery for another child that couldn't afford it or can't they couldn't reach. So it's like Doctors Without Borders, that kind of thing. And it started in Israel, but it's now all over the world. They're helping kids all over the world. So to know exactly how many kids it's impacting is a huge thing, especially for our band. We've raised millions of dollars over the last 9 years, but a direct impact is what we love to do. We've done Make-A-Wish. We've gone and actually granted a wish, and to see that reaction and actually make a difference directly is great.
And then how's your charity Talk About It still going?
Talk About It's doing great. It's now under the umbrella of the Epilepsy Foundation and epilepsy.com. And so it's really cool, actually. We just did more PSAs thanks to Synovian, and it's a great thing. It's really cooking, really growing. Yeah.
And then you've just come back on that other show, Heroes.
Yes.
So what's gone wrong or whatever with Matt over the past 7 or 8 years?
My character on Heroes comes back 6 years, goes by, and he's gone a little cuckoo, man. He has basically sold his power to the highest bidder, which is the bad guys, and we're gonna learn that it'll be in support of his family. I mean, ultimately he's trying to save his family and save himself, but I'm killing people left and right. When does that ever happen to Matt Parker?
Well, he's sort of become what his father was in the later seasons when Matt's dad came in. You were like, oh, he's got Matt's powers, only he's more powerful. He's like an evil Professor X.
Right, exactly. And we saw it coming. Now, though, the control seems to be much more, and by the way, in next week's episode, it's crazy. It gets nuts. It gets absolutely crazy. And then I have some action stuff that's just out of control, where you can imagine if somebody has a gun on me, I turn that gun on themselves. I mean, I can control everybody. I'm really the most powerful character on the show all of a sudden.
Humble brag a little bit.
Exactly. No, but it's been really great. And again, it's like having the show come back, it's a resurgence of awareness for all the other charities, and the new startup that I was talking about, demandjam.com, which is it's big artists, big musical artists, and secret shows. So you never hear about those secret shows, like the Rolling Stones playing a little bar or Prince playing a little club. Now you'll find out about it ahead of time. If you're registered at demandjam.com, we'll blast you and say you have an hour to buy tickets, only 200, 300 tickets, and that's it. It's going to be a sold-out show, and money's going to go to the Rockstars charity. Yeah, it'll be really cool. So a lot of people are registering, and then we're going to send out a form so you can tell us what kind of music, so we can narrow it down and let you know the bands that are playing.
So, like, if you're not a friend of Chris Brown's, you're not going to get, like, a Chris Brown special show.
Exactly. I saw Prince at 3121 Mulholland Drive in the house that he was renting. I saw a living room show with Prince and all these crazy people after NAACP awards years and years ago, and I was like, man, if you could sell tickets to this for charity in the name of charity, forget about it. So that's what started it. A friend of mine, Steve Glaskell, came to me and said, let's do this. And now KLOS is our exclusive partner, and our first show sold out with Fall Out Boy and Nick Jonas, and we got another one coming up. It's really great.
And then one last little question about Star Wars. Can you tell us about your character? You told us a little bit about what your action figure looks like.
Yeah.
Kind of like me, but with a bushier beard and.
I'm growing this just in case another movie starts to happen.
So would your character be a pilot? Because with JJ and you and pilots, it doesn't really end well.
I know, exactly. Everything that I'm a pilot that is associated with JJ, there's a crash involved. So I hope not. I'm not allowed to say who I'm playing, but the character name's amazing. The character
Han Solo Jr.
Exactly. No, Juju Binks. I'm a Jewish Jar Jar Binks. No, I can't really talk about it. It's gonna be really cool though. My son knows more than I do. He works at Bad Robot, but yeah.
Well, cool. I think that's enough time of yours that we've spent. Thank you very much, Greg.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, like, subscribe, and in the comments below, tell me the name of your favorite charity.